Hurricane Melissa is still terrorizing Jamaica, and some Black Americans are still there, along with other people from other parts of the world. But the one thing that is consistent is the back and forth between the Jamaican community and the Black American community. And Jamaicans are not afraid to say what's on their mind.
To all the Americans down there, Black Americans in the hotel and the resorts who talking shit about the workers and about Jamaica, as soon as the airport opens, y'all go home. Go home. Go home. Jamaicans didn't call y'all down there. Y'all know a storm was coming. A hurricane was coming. A whole of 10 days. Y'all knew this. Y'all have a chance to go home. You chose to stay. Then y'all talking shit, talking about food, and talking about Jamaicans treat us this way. And look what we eating for breakfast. Oh, no, America for breakfast.
Now, this lady is definitely upset. Of course, Jamaica has lost a lot of ground with some of the power and much of the destruction that has taken place because of Hurricane Melissa. This is an act of God. But of course, when you have these back and forths, people on both sides will get offended and then paint people with a broad brush. And so many Black Americans are clapping back with a vengeance.
Keep your money. Don't go support them. Do not support them. Keep your money, save it, start your own business. When they come here and open businesses, you don't have to beg them for jobs. Create your own jobs and hire your own people. Black Americans need to start doing what other nation of people are doing. Because when they come here, they hire their own people. They support their own people. Black Americans, we support everybody. We just open arms to everybody. Black Americans put a lot of immigrants on, made them rich, made them famous, and now those same immigrants are giving you their butt to kiss. So when are Black Americans going to learn to stop supporting them?
Now, here you have a brother that is saying, listen, stay out of Jamaica, stay out of Africa. I do want to bring up a point that's very clear. Not all Black Americans and not all Jamaicans think alike. There are many Black Americans out there who understand that Jamaica story is very important to the diaspora world, to the Black world. And of course, you have brothers and sisters, despite what people want to admit, cleaning up there. That's right. They spent their money going to these resorts. And not only are they not complaining, they are helping clean up, as you can see in the background.
Now, you have the bleach walkers, the Jamaicans in the U.S. talking about, oh, Black Americans are ungrateful and disrespectful. Well, those Black Americans that gave their time to clean up Jamaica did more for Jamaica than these Jamaicans that's in the U.S., than these Jamaicans that's in Canada, because they're not planning on flying home no time soon, even when it's safe to fly back. They're not going to contribute to none of the cleanup. But yet they're on here yapping, especially the bleach walkers.
Now, of course, this isn't what's being publicized. Now, I will admit, I have seen videos of other instances of possible Black Americans not acting in the best way. And I must say, if it was me, I would have an understanding that Jamaica is going through a tough time. But of course, we have some people who are not understanding that, and some of them are going overboard, not acting considerate or even passionate about their situation. And then again, making unfair demands on the workforce. Now, again, if you pay your money and you don't get what you're promised, I always believe the customer is always right. But again, that's with context, understanding the wider context. And of course, unfortunately, we're going to have some of the brothers and sisters in Jamaica who are just needing help. They just need support. They're not even caught up in this Black American versus Jamaican stuff. To be honest, most people are not caught up in the Jamaican versus Black American stuff. If I were to go to Jamaica or to go to any other place, people would just treat me as, I'm trying to present myself. And if I'm a good person or a nice person, people will more or less be concerned about that. But in this particular case, we had a young lady who was in Jamaica, and she pulled up to Tariq Nasheed's TikTok stream, and she had a particular ask.
I am okay. Not everyone is safe, but I am okay as it regards to like safety and that kind of stuff. Don't mind what I'm wearing right now. I was just trying to entertain to see what I can raise, but it's not going well so far. So I was trying to like add a few persons and ask if there is anyone that can donate to our PayPal so we can get some assistance. As you can see, there is no light. I'm currently using a candle, and there's no water. It's kind of really hard out here, but
Okay, thank you. You got to go to some of the Jamaican spaces, dear.
Now, I don't know where the hell she thought she was or who she was asking, but she asked the wrong damn person for some help. And of course, Tariq Nasheed was ready to deliver the answer that we know she was going to get.
No disrespect. No disrespect. Yeah, this ain't really the platform for that. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get a lot of support because we got an issue over here with a lot of Jamaicans who've been over here crapping on us. So yeah, no disrespect, but yeah, a lot of Jamaicans have been crapping on Black Americans over this hurricane thing. So yeah, you need to go to some of them spaces and holler at them. You need to holler at some of them. Because, yeah, they done told us to stay out Jamaica, stay out Jamaican business. That's what they told us, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to respect their wishes. They told us, get out of Jamaica, get out of Jamaican business, Yankee. You Yankee Black Americans, you are entitled. You need to get away, go home, stay out of Jamaican business. All right, all right. Well, they told us to stay out of Jamaican business, so we're just going to respect the wishes. No disrespect, ma'am. Yep. They were telling us don't come over there. We're too entitled. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah. So you're going to have to go to their lives, go there, and you ask them. Ask those Jamaicans, where they at? All these Jamaicans that sit over here talking greasy. Well, y'all need to be donating to your people.
Now, he says something that's important here. You know, hey, your people have been disrespecting our people, and why don't you go and ask the people in your community? Now, let me just say this. My heart goes out to that lady, especially if she does need help. If it's not a scam, I feel sorry for her. I don't believe that, you know, she's one of the individuals going out and hating on Black Americans. Again, most people don't even live their lives, you know, going back and forth with diaspora wars online for the most part. I mean, some people do, but most people don't. Like, I live in Uganda. Most people are not online talking about Black Americans. They don't even really know the history of Black Americans. I mean, they know about LeBron James and Beyonce and stuff like that, but most people don't know you enough to really be hating on you. But of course, when you see online and it goes back and forth, all of a sudden people will characterize or mischaracterize you as a part of everybody else. And this is what happens. It forces people to say, stop asking us for help. If your people really care about you, why are they not helping you? Woo! And this is kind of what I've noticed dealing with a lot of the brothers and sisters of other communities outside of, let me just say, people like the Ethiopians, Eritreans, Somalians, but most of the sub-Saharan brothers and sisters and then some of the Caribbeans. I noticed that we all get have these little diaspora back and forths, but when it comes time to depending on, their own communities, it's tough. And this is a criticism that I see even in Uganda. Uganda has a lot of potential, a lot of opportunity, and I noticed that a lot of people in the Black world, especially in Africa, they may get online and fight other groups and stuff like that. But when it comes to depending on their own community for something, they just have a low trust environment. And you will find out quickly that a lot of people in the diaspora or in the other Black communities really have a hard time liking each other or even appreciating each other. And again, at times, Black Americans, we can have that same issue too, but it is more pronounced in some of these other communities. especially living in Africa. And especially if the country is really, really poor, you will see it. The dangerous thing that's occurring now is if Black Americans start to have a similar mentality than some of the other people do, it's really, really going to have a ripple effect amongst the diaspora. And I'm going to tell you why. For the most part, the people in these other communities, they typically operate with a survivalism mentality, meaning that it's all about them and then you're second. Okay. So African Americans or Black Americans, or even those blacks in the diaspora, operate from a more opportunity-based mindset. So, for example, if somebody like, this lady in Jamaica, she needs help, typically, they will want to come to where the Black Americans are, because Black Americans are people in the diaspora, have money and are willing to help. Now, if you flip it on to them and ask them for help, you're most likely not going to get it, okay? And you can't get anything from them. But they will definitely come to you, entitled, looking for help, all right? This is not everybody, but it does happen. So the problem that some of these other groups have is if that Black Americans start to develop that same level of animosity or same level of survivalism mentality that they have, it's bad. It's bad news. Because now what will happen is that African Americans will start, being more or less like seat holders and gatekeepers and, gatekeeping their own communities, gatekeeping their own money, similar to what other groups do. And this really is a bad look for the whole Black world, to be honest, because we're kind of all at the bottom anyway, and we really do need to help each other. But this is necessary, guys. This is necessary because what this forces is reciprocity. Listen, if you want assistance from our community, what are you bringing to us? All right. Where is the value that you're bringing to us? It's the same thing if you live in Jamaica, if you live in Uganda, you're going to have to be bringing value to them. You can't just go and ask, Ugandans for money, or you can't just ask different people for money under any circumstance. You would have to bring them some level of value. There's a big time saying in Uganda called, "What are you adding on us?" or "What are you adding on me?" And the reality is that this lady would need to get the assistance from this same community, because when you turn and then you look at Jamaicans in America, in New York City, you see Jamaicans in the UK, you see all of this development about how good they're doing, how successful they are. Okay, well, since you're a Jamaican, then your community needs to step up and provide for you so that you can get what you need. It wouldn't be our responsibility. And to be honest, that is actually the right thing to do. The Jamaicans have the money to help her. They have a lot of money. They have all sorts of things. And what it forces is for you to take care of your own group and police your own group. And then when you want to work with another group in the Black world, you're forced to build value for that particular group. You're not coming in, being a burden on somebody else's community. And unfortunately, if you're down on hard times and something that's happened to you, and I can understand that, but you're coming in as a burden to somebody else. And I can tell you, as a Black American that lives in Africa, I cannot be a burden onto somebody else. Nobody wants to hear that, I'm having a bad day, or somebody stole all the stuff out of my house, or I can't do what I need to do. Nobody wants to hear that, and nobody has time for anything bad that happens to me, because to them, I'm an American, and to them, I need to produce, and to them, I already have it. So what am I, asking them for something for? It doesn't make any sense. Well, this is going to also probably be the case moving forward. If you're somebody from another community and your people can't help you, why are you asking me? And the reason why I'm saying this is because we could never go to your people and get anything.
Woo!
If you look at what's going on with Ghana, what's going on with, the year of return, it's always been about the diaspora, Black Americans included, Caribbeans and some of the people in the Black UK all over the world. It's all about what you can give and how much you can pay. When it's time for other people to give, they are nowhere to be found. And again, my heart goes out to this lady. She didn't do anything wrong. She probably just looking to get some help. She's down on bad times and just trying to get herself together. But unfortunately, these diaspora wars and what carries on online is going to be a big issue. And it's going to force people to, to put their money where their mouth is. Somebody from your community should not be coming to a Black American chat room begging for assistance. And the only reason why they are doing that is because they know that they can't get it from you.
Woo!
And that's another thing people don't want to talk about. When people in the communities go and ask other people for stuff, it's most likely because their own community will not give it to them. And I'm not talking about something I don't know. I'm talking about something that I can prove. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Oshay Jackson back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.